Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss some more concepts from evolution. Darwin saw two forms of selection. Number one, natural selection. Natural selection which produced adaptations by conferring a survival advantage on those individuals better able to resist predators, competitors, or physical environment like weather. And second, sexual selection. Sexual selection did not produce adaptations but did favor to individuals more attractive to the opposite sex or more successful in competing for mates with other members of their own sex. In both forms, that is natural selection and sexual selection, selected individuals leave more offsprings than others in the population. Modern biologists define natural selection as a process of differential reproduction. Creation of new species according to Darwin. As the environment changes, new adaptations get selected in nature, and after many generations, enough characteristics will have been changed to alter the species into a new one that leads to origin of species. Darwin proposed a mechanism behind evolution follows logically from a series of observations and deductions. So observation or fact and deductions on right side. So number one, enormous fertility. It leads to increasing the number of individuals, overproduction. And that overproduction leads to competition, deduct. So now interspecific environment leads to the deduction of individuals. That means it leads to the number of individuals remain constant due to the competition between the same species, between different species, and due to the environmental changes. In that overproduction, some of the individuals cannot survive. So that's why number of individuals remain constant. That is first fact, and its deduction now. And second one, struggle for existence and variations and inheritance. That is the fact. So now what deduction it leads to that. So struggle for existence. So due to this, what are the organisms are there in the population? In that, the which one having a better quality? So in previous part we discussed that rabbit, which has the ability to run fast to escape from their predator like fox, and which is not a faster one, it become the prey to that fox. So that means to struggle for this, which have the better quality, that will survive, that will survive. So that is a better quality, that is the variation or a good character is transferred to the next generation, inheritance. That is the second fact. Next, third one, natural selection and continued inherited useful variations. So due to that better quality, fast running in a rabbit, that better quality leads to the selection by the nature, and it is a new species with a better quality of fast running. So that continued, that character having a fast running ability, that character is continued inherited, that means transferred to the next generation as a useful variation. Examples of evolution by natural selection. Natural selection formed the central framework of Darwin's hypothesis on evolution. Natural selection brings about perpetuation of certain characteristics and elimination of others. Here, perpetuation means continuation. So, natural selection brings about continuation of certain characteristics which are selected by nature and elimination of others. It encourages the transmission of favorable genes that help the individuals to be better adapted in the environment. Some of the examples given below explain the mechanism of natural selection. Let's see. Industrial melanism. It is one of the best examples that explain the impact of environment and natural selection on the peppered moth of England. The peppered moth scientific name, that is Biston betullaria, in two forms. The light colored moth, Biston betullaria typica, is a creamy white with dark blotches and spots. It can hardly be seen on the light grey bark of the trees, as its coloration merges with the lichens or lichens growing on the tree trunks. The black peppered moth, Biston betullaria carbonaria, the melanic form, that means a black form, is supposed to be a mutant. A mutant is nothing but a product of mutation. So the product obtained after mutation is called as mutant. Supposed to be a mutant form that arose by mutation in a single gene determining coloration. The black melanic form was a rare and a highly prized variant for the collectors. Here collector is not a post of government. Here collectors are nothing but insect collectors. Before the industrial revolution in the 18th century. So here it is, the photographs of the two types of moths, that is white colored peppered moth and black colored pepper moth. And white colored pepper moth with white spots on the body, and its scientific name Biston betullaria typica, and the black colored pepper moth, Biston betullaria carbonaria. So it is very difficult to rare to collect. Collectors already we gave the statement about this black color, and we will discuss later why it become very rare. Let's start about this natural selection among these peppered moths. Before the industrial revolution in England, the period before 1848, only the light colored moths were prevalent more in number. These moths camouflaged well with the lichen covered tree trunks. So now lichens are growing on the trunks of the tree, and now these white colored moths are camouflaged mixed with that lichens color on the tree trunk. As a result, They are not identified by their predators. So let's simple example in normally military. We know that our army, the army persons or military persons are wearing the dress which is camouflaged to the surrounding place. That means if they are in forest, their dress is like that. That color will camouflage with the trees present in that forest. Similarly, the white colored moths are camouflaged well, so mixed with the color of that lichens present on the tree trunk. So that's why it is very difficult to detect by the predators of this white colored peppered moths. On contrary, the black peppered moth resting on the light bark. That light colored is due to the lichen or lichen present on the trunk. Light bark was an easy prey for the birds and hence was rare. Why that black colored moths are rare before uh, industrialization? Before industrial revolution, black colored moths are rare because this black peppered moth, it is when it is resting on the tree trunk, the trunk is already covered with a light colored lichens or lichens. So when it is already, we are observing in this photograph, see here in a circle, it is given the white colored mass. We are unable to identify the white colored moth here clearly. But whereas here it is in this bark, this is the black colored moth. It is easily spotted by the birds and other predators and it become prey for that. Hence, the black colored moths become rare. During the Industrial Revolution, in the period from 1848 to 1895, the black peppered moth population increased from one known individual to almost 90% of the population. One known individual, 1 to 95. This change was due to burning of coal in the factories, producing heavy smoke and sulfur dioxide. Smoke and sulfur dioxide killed off lichens growing on trees and turned the tree trunks black due to soot deposits. That means a dust of that smoke is deposited onto the trunk and it become black. Now the black colored moth had the advantage as they were difficult to be identified against the soot. That means the black colored pepper moths are camouflaged with that soot and so escaped predation by birds. They are escaped from the birds. On contrary, light colored moths stood out in sharp contrast and became an easy prey. So here the photograph of that. So in this black color when compared to the white peppered moth and this black peppered moth is survived because of its camouflage to that soot on the trunk of the trees, whereas due to black background, these white colored moths are easily identified by the predators. With the progression of industrial revolution, In the progression of industrial revolution, the coal was replaced by oil and electricity. It reduced the formation of soot, dust due to the smoke, that is soot, and hence the tree trunks become comparatively lighter than during industrial revolution, because during industrial revolution they are using coal. The burning of coal produces that sulfur dioxide and smoke. The smoke dust, that is soot, is covered the tree trunks, and it become the advantage for the black colored peppers moths, and it become disadvantages to the white colored pepper moths. Now, and when the progression occurs in the industrial revolution, instead of coal, they are replaced with that to reduce the pollution. They started to use oil and electricity. As a result, the formation of soot is reduced. Then the tree trunks became comparatively lighter. With the appearance of lichens, when the soot is reduced and lichens are start to grow on the tree trunk, and the disappearance of soot, the conditions again became suitable for the light colored moths. So when lichens growth started on the trunk, the lichens are the whitish color. That's why the white colored pepper moths are camouflaged with that lichens background. So that's why that is suitable or became the advantage for the survival of the light colored moths. Gradually, the population of black melanic moth started to decline, and those of light colored moth began to rise again. So here it is, the representation of this natural selection in these peppered moths. So that is 1850. 90% of moths were light colored pepper moths and 5% were dark. And in 1950, 5% moths were light and 95% were dark. When it comes to the progression in industrial revolution, in 1972, 25% of moths were light colored peppered moths and 75 were dark. That means gradually the situations. So the reduction of soot on the trunks of the tree, it becomes suitable for the increasing their number in the light colored pepper moths. Another example for the natural selection, that is sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is a very good example of natural selection. Sometimes an allele, that means gene, that has disadvantages in the homozygous form may have an advantage in the heterozygous form, and this gene or allele or variation has a high survival value in the population. So let's know the definitions of this homozygous and heterozygous. Homozygous, if both genes are similar, then it is called as homozygous. Heterozygous, two different genes are present, then it is called as the heterozygous. It is simple to understand. For example, female, it is represents with X and X. So both genes are similar, X, X, that is homozygous. Male is represent with X and Y. So two different allele, then it is called as heterozygous. So now here the statement is, sometimes an allele that has disadvantage in the homozygous condition. If both genes are similar, in that condition it may have disadvantage. Or they may have advantage if they are present in heterozygous condition, in two different genes are present, then it gives some advantage. Such heterozygous variation has a high survival value in the population. Now come to the sickle cell anemia in man is a disease of abnormal hemoglobin. How this sickle cell anemia is causes. Sickle cell anemia is caused due to the mutation. Mutation is nothing but sudden change in gene sequence. The ultimate expression of the gene is protein synthesis. Proteins are formed by the polypeptide chain. Polypeptide chain consists amino acids. Now, a normal red blood cell is in disc shape. In that, the gene sequence, that is amino acid sequence, on sixth position, it consists glutamic acid in a normal red blood cell. When it undergo mutation, sixth position at glutamic acid is replaced by valine, another amino acid instead of glutamic acid. This change leads to the change in the structure of RBC as a sickle. It is a sickle is nothing but a half moon shape. It become disc shape of red blood cell become sickle half moon. Generally, the sickle we are using for cutting the grass or maybe a rice stems we are cutting after during harvesting that. So the red blood cells become sickle shaped and are unable to carry the amount of oxygen required. Such condition leads to a acute anemia and is responsible for early deaths of homozygous individuals. Homozygous individuals are died earlier than this heterozygous condition because this sickle cell anemia, this disorder or this disease or this abnormality is expressive when it is present in homozygous condition. In the heterozygous condition, the individuals bear both normal and sickle shaped red blood cells. So that means it consists the both the genes which is expressed the normal RBC as well as express this sickle shape. Both the genes are present. These persons are highly resistant to malaria and do not contract the disease. This is because the protozoan Plasmodium that causes malaria cannot survive in sickle shaped RBC containing abnormal hemoglobin. So malaria is fatal, deathful to normal individuals, homozygous dominant. Normal individual as they have normal hemoglobin. Hence, natural selection favors the heterozygous individuals over the normal individuals. This has ensured the survival of sickle cell anemia allele. In fact, some of the endemic malarial regions like East Africa and parts of Asia have more than 40% population carrying this sickle cell anemia allele. So the normal individual normally having without any defective gene. So here there are three conditions. One, a pure normal condition without any defective. And another condition is defective, that is a homozygous condition. Both genes are defective. And another one is heterozygous. That means in that heterozygous condition, one gene is normal red blood cell representation and another gene is sickle shaped, the defective or abnormality of that hemoglobin representation. In heterozygous condition, the defect abnormal hemoglobin, the defect is not expressive. The disease is expressive only in homozygous condition of defective genes. Now here we are saying that the heterozygous to the sickle cell anemia, heterozygous condition of the sickle shaped red blood cells are highly resistant to the malaria disease. That malaria is caused by a protozoan called Plasmodium. Because this Plasmodium cannot survive in sickle shaped RBC containing abnormal hemoglobin. So that gene, that sickle cell shaped abnormality, in that the Plasmodium cannot survive. So that's why they are more resistant to the malaria. But those who are in homozygous condition, already they are defected, and in that also this Plasmodium is not survived in homozygous condition also. But due to the disease, they are died earlier due to that disease, expression of the disease. And in normal hemoglobin, that means those who are not having any defective gene regarding the sickle cell anemia, they are affected with malaria quickly, but not heterozygous to this sickle cell anemia. So these persons, the resistant to the malaria persons, are 40% of the population are having this resistant to the malaria in the regions of East Africa and some part of Asia. Evolution of the species by anthropogenic action, that means by the action of man. So in that, the first one, resistance of mosquitoes to the pesticides like DDT. Mosquitoes are a health hazard as they spread malaria, dengue, chikungunya, and filaria. All these diseases are spread by these mosquitoes. That's why they are health hazard, harmful to our health. When the pesticide DDT, dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane, was first used, it was very effective and killed almost all the mosquitoes when it is introduced first. Years later, the DDT is no longer effective and mosquitoes seem to have developed resistance to it. This phenomena can be explained by natural selection. When DDT was used for the first time, a few mosquitoes resistant to DDT and survived. They were already present along with the DDT sensitive mosquitoes, but had no advantage till DDT was used. So in that population, along with that sensitive mosquitoes to this DDT, along with that sensitive mosquitoes of to this DDT, these resistant varieties of mosquitoes are also present, but there is no advantage of these mosquitoes until the usage of this DDT. When DDT is used, the sensitive mosquitoes are died, but the resistant one is survived. These DDT resistant mosquitoes that survived reproduced and soon outnumbered DDT sensitives or less resistance one. Outnumbered means their number is reduces. Sensitive mosquitoes numbers are reduces in the population, and the resistant mosquitoes against this DDT is increased. Next time, the DDT sprays was a little effective, and over number of years it became ineffective as the entire population consisted of DDT resistant mosquitoes. So here DDT did not give resistance to mosquitoes but acted as environmental factor that resulted in natural selection. The spraying DDT brought about a change in gene frequency in the population of mosquito and gave the direction to evolution. Antibiotic resistance in bacteria due to anthropogenic action, due to the action by man. Excess of antibiotics resulted in selection of resistant varieties of microbes like bacteria against which antibiotics are used. The use of antibiotics leads to natural selection, elimination of sensitive strains or sensitive bacteria, and survival of antibiotic resistant strains. The antibiotic resistant bacteria multiply and gives rise to more antibiotic resistant population. Hence, resistant organisms appear in a time scale of months or years. The resistance of bacterial infections to certain antibiotics like penicillin is due to natural selection. So in olden days, the penicillin is a good antibiotic against the bacteria. But now, present days, the bacteria get resistance against this penicillin. That's why new varieties of antibiotics we are using. So it is for this reason that drugs remain effective for a limited time and need to be used with caution. Thank you, students. We will discuss some more concepts in the next part.